So fighting games are not popular, but that might change. Maybe, I don't know. Fighting games are notorious for being hard to learn and master due to how much knowledge you need to fucking know. Like inputs, frame data, setups, character matchups, wake-up, spacing, neutral, and all of those stuff. But the recent trends in fighting games right now is to make the game more approachable by evolving backwards. Back then, playing fighting games were basically like shoving a spiked bat up your... Back then, playing fighting games were very unforgiving with inputs that look like Shakura's laugh, strict timings, and bots that are basically hacking.
Oh, okay.
But this leads to pretty hype moments like landing an impressive combo in a tournament, some clutch parries, or both if you're Daigo. However, because of the said difficulty, fighting games became pretty intimidating for new players to get into. So what did game developers do to make fighting games more approachable and easy to pick up? By making fighting games evolve back... Wait, no, I already used that line. Well, the first step was to make the inputs easier, which a lot of the more recent releases did, such as BB Tag, with supers being QCF most of the time and DPs being a 2-button input. Guilty Gear have some really easy combos like Dolphin into Dolphin into Dolphin. I've read that King of Fighter 14 inputs are easier compared to 13. MK11 doesn't have hard inputs as far as I know, not sure, I have not done any research to be honest. Most fighting games also take the time to teach you how the game works in depth with actually useful tutorials like countering certain characters, knowing what RRC is, knowing what a meaty and a safe jump is, and all of these basically. The only game that I know that hasn't attached any training wheels for new players would be Tekken 7 because Harada hates you personally.
Shut up! Shut up and sit the head down!
If you are going to learn Tekken 7 right now, you need to do it the old-fashioned way, which is to look up videos online, watch matches, and learn from them, and just basically doing research. And I think the next Tekken, well, hopefully, would adopt a similar tutorial to ArcSys tutorials because they are so damn good, man. Not only would this be a good introduction to fighting games in general, because for the most part fighting games are going to have some similarities such as the neutral, which is basically players going, no, you swing first, frame data, which is how fast a move starts, when it actually hits, how long it hits, and how long it recovers, wake-ups, which is basically you guessing what is for breakfast, with the breakfast usually being physical assault, and spacing, which is basically social distancing from getting these hands. Learning all of these from any fighting game can help you transition into another fighting game, which is the case for me when I was learning Tekken back then and I decided to pick up some 2D fighting games. I only really needed to adjust to different inputs and movement, but yeah, playing Tekken beforehand was really helpful. So yeah, whatever, let's get back to the evolving backwards thing, which is what I'm guessing going to be the title of this video. Game development is still a job that requires the consumer to buy your product. Think of it as fighting games being a Thai restaurant. Thai food is known to be pretty fucking spicy and people who like spicy food come to buy and enjoy the spicy food. But this turns people off who are not good at dealing with spicy food.
This is the most painful moment of my life.
Therefore, you come at a problem of, I want more people to enjoy my Thai food so I can increase sales and, you know, introduce them to Thai food. But you also don't want to abandon your hardcore I want spice up the ass fans that were supporting you from day one. So what do? Well, you make the spice bearable for the most part. It still has some kick to it, but it's not as bad. But you make up for the lack of spice with more complex and subtle flavors. Where am I going with this? I played BB Tag, so I'm going to talk about it. BB Tag is an easy game in terms of inputs, we have established that. But the thing that makes it complex is the tag system itself. I haven't really put in the time in BB Tag to become a decent player, let alone a good one, but I know you can do some disgusting stuff in BB Tag. Not only can you call in assists, but you can make them stay there and switch between characters during the duration of the cross combo until the assist gauge gets completely depleted or until your assist character gets hit. But yeah, there are some insane stuff you can do with cross combo in a game where combos are easy as pressing a button 5 times. This is how you appeal to people who like the difficulty of mastering fighting games and people who would like to pick it up themselves or would like to just play it more casually.
Don't shoot me, I'm just a kid.
I think the more recent releases are a step in the right direction because this is how we are going to get more people to play fighting games. People are not aware how fucking hype fighting games can be, unfortunately. some moments are not gonna be the same because it's not gonna be as impressive due to the difficulty slider being turned down.
I can do the full parry by doing a merengue beat.
But I'm pretty sure we can still see some amazing moments in fighting games because at the end of the day, we play and watch fighting games because of the player interactions.
Clearly a handshake invitation. So he's going in for the clear handshake. Now let's see where things go from there. Look at this! What a motherfucker!
And the mind games between the two players.
Have we got Hell Sweep? Oh, Hell Sweep! Do it again. Hell!
And seeing players who uses cheesy characters get beaten up is pretty damn satisfying.